Test. An ambitious girl. Once upon a time, there was a very ambitious young girl named Kevin. She dreamed of having everything at her disposal because her parents, though poor, were very demanding. They expected her to provide for all their daily needs. Kevin, barely 20 years old, barely dated rich men who could satisfy every desire she may have. Always dressed in provocative outfits and sporting long, luxurious braids. She was constantly on the lookout for a man with deep pockets. From the moment she woke up, her most ardent wish was to attract powerful, generous men to herself. All she could think of was meeting a sugar daddy, or at least a man who could offer her a luxury life. She was often warned against this kind of life, but she listened to no one. She could celebrate her birthday 2, 3, even 4 times a year, depending on how many wealthy men she met. She enjoyed manipulating those who genuinely loved her, thinking she was smarter than they were. Among her friends, she was the only one with such an unsatisfiable dream to take advantage of men to satisfy her parents' needs. One day, as she was leaving her home, she came across a well-dressed man, all in white, driving a brand new luxury car. As soon as he saw her, he knew who he was dealing with. He got close to her and struck up a conversation. Kevin saw this as her first opportunity of the day and wasn't about to let it slip away. She quickly accepted his proposal and got into his car. As their conversation was going on, the man made her many promises. She thought she'd finally found the man of her dreams. Days passed. Then months. Their relationship seemed stable, affectionate, and passionate. One day, he asked her to accompany him on a so-called business date. Without a second thought, she accepted, unaware that this was the beginning of her end. When the day came, she sat next to him. But before long, she noticed that the road they were taking was becoming unusually long. The landscape was changing. The city was fading away, the familiar villages disappearing behind them. Through the windows, all she could see were trees, forests, and deserted expanses. She began to worry, asking herself 1,000 questions. But every time she questioned her companion, he gently reassured her. In the distance, they saw a strange castle surrounded by white, black, and red cloths. Colors traditionally associated with spiritual rites or sacred places forbidden to the uninitiated. A little boy, standing in front of a door, was waiting for them. When the vehicle arrived, the man slowed down. The boy opened the door and let them in. The interior of the castle was decorated with mysterious symbols and representations of fearsome divinities. The boy ordered Kevin to go downstairs, take off her shoes, and change. She was handed a white loincloth reserved for rituals. Hesitantly, she looked at the man she loved. This time, she ordered her to obey with chilling authority. She complied. Guided into a darkened room, she came face to face with a bearded, white-haired old man holding a calabash in one hand and a double-edged knife in the other. He was waiting for her impatiently. Panicked, she began to scream, but no one could hear her voice. The place was too remote. This was the end. She was sacrificed. Her throat slit, offered in ritual to enrich the man who had pretended to love her. Her hopeful parents waited a long time for her return, but eventually they realized that their frantic quest for a better future through their daughter had been her undoing. Moral of the story: the quest for easy gain is often fatal. Even if it doesn't always lead to death, it can have irreversible spiritual or legal consequences. It's better to work hard and earn a living by the sweat of one's brow. A young girl should build with a man who loves her through patience and hardship before reaping the rewards of success. As for the parents who turn their daughter into a commodity. They only hasten her downfall. Happiness is not to be found in the pockets of a rich man, but in effort, dignity, and hard work.